Hi everyone. See, I'm so silly. Alyssa's just so silly. Perfecting the Perfect Eye Story with Alyssa and Michelle. Okay, so I'm going to share with you my eye story, and I'll interject like why I say certain things. So Alyssa will like interject. This is your like big debut. This is huge. Hi, my name is Michelle. I just want to share with you. I joined my company when I was 23 years old. That was 12 years ago, and I joined because I attended an event, and I loved the products I was using them. I thought they were amazing. But I went to this event, like a ballroom. There's like all these ladies there. One was like a millionaire. She had made millions in this company. There was another one that was making six figures selling cosmetics and skincare. And there was another one that was earning a free car that night. And I was like, dude, this is either awesome or this is like a scam. And the reason I share that part of the story is because people then hear, oh, you can actually make legit money doing this. Like, I left a six-figure job to do this, and so to me it was like you had to be able to make a lot of money, for me to leave a job. So that's why I share that part of the story there. I say, and so then I went home and I told my mom about it, and I was like, Mom, do you think this is awesome, or do you think it's like a scam? And my mom was like, dude, I think it's totally a scam. And the reason I share that part of the story is because that's accurate. My mom thought it was a scam, but I think for most people, they go home and they tell someone they love about it, and they're like, it sounds like a scam. I don't know, it sounds too good to be true. So I like to just put that out there so people are aware of it before it happens to them. Cool? So my mom thought it was a scam. So at 23 years old, I was like, maybe I'll listen to my mom. And then I was like, no, I'm 23. I don't listen to my mom. So I decided to sign up anyway. So about a week later, I joined. And I'll tell you what, that was 12 years ago. And it was a different monster 12 years ago, because there was no text message and no Facebook. So literally, you had to like go up to people in parking lots and like talk to them. Like the lady I joined with was like, honey, do you know anyone? I'm like, no. She's like, okay, great. You're gonna have to meet people. Like, go up to people in parking lots, go to grocery stores, and just like introduce yourself. And I'm like, dude, that's creepy. I'm not doing that, because I'm relatively reserved and shy, and that's like so not my style. Now, why do I say that? I say that because I think most people think that that's how you have to build a business. You have to go up to strangers and be really aggressive and really pushy and car salesman-y, and that's exactly the opposite of what we are in our company. So that's why I share that part of it. Anyway, so I proceeded to tell no one I sold for these products for like 6 years. So from age 23 to 29, it was like my little secret. And in that time, I got my makeup for a 50% discount. You get your makeup for 50% off. I switched all the random brands I was using over to just this brand. So I figured, you know what? All right, I'm saving a bunch of money, get my products for a discount. And I had like 5 accidental customers that found out I sold makeup. Okay, so those people were like ordering from me. So that's what I did for 6 years. And why do I share that? I share that because, you know what? Some people think you gotta join and like be gung-ho and do this and make 6 figures. No, you can do it very part-time if you want to. You can do it spare time. Or if you want to do it full-time, you have the option to do that one day. So that's why I share that part. So I say, and then at 29 years old, I actually lost my job. So I went from making 6 figures to no figures overnight. And I was like, dude, I need to do something. I need to do something different. So I left my job and I decided to give this a whirl. So I met a lady who lives in my town who has earned over $2 million in her career and driven like 20 free cars from the company, including like 11 Cadillacs. And what I loved about her is when I met her, she's like 4'11", she's short, spiky hair. She doesn't wear a ton of makeup. She's not a big a little bit. She's just like a regular person, and she admits that she doesn't like talking in front of people. She kind of has like social anxiety a little bit. And I was like, dude, you give me hope. So why do I share that? I share that because I think a lot of women, maybe we don't like giving speeches or we don't like talking in front of people. So that's why I share that part of the story. Are you okay? Let's dance and sing. Hold on, we gotta take a milk break. So anyway, when I met her, I was like, could you maybe like show me how you've done this? And so she did. She showed me how to use text message and to meet people through people and not be like a stalker, not like, be crazy and like talk to everyone. So I followed her system, and that first month I made like $1,000, which nothing to write home about, but just like in my spare time, just doing this, I made $1,000. And I thought, you know what, dude, if I could double or triple that, like this could be a viable source of income. Why do I share that? Because I think most women would benefit from an extra $1,000 in their income every single month. So I grew up incredibly poor. So for me, $1,000 in 1 month, awesome. I came from super humble beginnings. Like we were the family that we couldn't afford food sometimes, where we'd have to go to the church and get food, or Christmas time, we'd get gifts from the people in our community. And I remember being envious of friends who had fresh apples at their house. You go to my friend's house and they'd have these fresh apples, and we could afford Little Debbie snacks. We couldn't afford fresh apples. And so to me, like, you were wealthy if you could afford apples, or if you could afford Pantene shampoo. Like we could only afford, I don't even know, not Pantene. Like my friends that had Pantene, I was like, you're loaded. Like that's the kind of wealth I wanted in my life. So when I say I wanted to be wealthy, it was because of that. So anyway, so I kept following this little system. $1,000  1 month. I thought if I could double or triple that, this could be good. So I kept doing that. By the way, why do I share that humble beginning thing? Because I think a lot of us come from humble beginnings. And so it's good to hear a success story of someone who didn't just like you know, show up like wealthy and continues to be wealthy. You can come from any background and be successful at this. So then fast forward 6 months later, I kept following her system and I made over $5,000 that month. I earned a free car and they also gave me insurance. They pay for the insurance on the car. I think I had to pay like $20 a month or something on the car for insurance because I like sped one time or something. But other than that, like, hello, free car. So after that, I was sold. I'm like, we're gonna do this forever. And so I have done it forever. For the last 6 years, this has been my job. And in that time, I've gotten married. I've had 2 children. I'm allowed to be home. I don't have a boss. I wake up when I want to. I go on vacation when I want to. But I think more importantly is the financial choices it's given our family. I grew up really poor with no choices, and now we have choices to give back to others frequently, generously. And that's what drives me every day to get up and work really hard, is the idea that the amount of money we make on this earth we can use to help people around us and give better gifts to people we know, or help financially when someone's in a jam. And that's what drives me. We're changing lives, and we're looking for people that want to join us and be part of what we're doing, because it's really fun. So we'll give you more information at the end of this appointment. Cool. And so that's basically how I share my iStory, with the breakdown of like why I say certain things when I do say it. Can you say bye, Lissa? Do you want to see what Brady's up to right now? You want to take a field trip? There's our Christmas tree. Hey, Brady's playing with Mara. That's Mara, his babysitter. Hi. What are you doing, Brady?
Washing his car. See his hose? Suction is gluing the sucker bullet jump.
Nobody cleans better than we do.
And when it hit the ground, it went bump, bump, bump. And the night watchman, when he heard the dash, he came dashing down the escalator.
Wow. And what happened?
He said, "Who in the world did that? Somebody must be hiding around here."
Whoa. And what happened? Did he find the button?
No?
No? Did the night watchman find him?
Yeah.
Hiding?
Yeah, in the bed.
Oh, he was in the bed?
Yeah.
Brady, what just happened?
My sister dropped.
She did?
Like out to side. Like right there.
Did you just wake up? Brady wanted to go in the ball pit with his sister.